Hello guys and welcome to this week's car news. And I'm sorry, but once again, it's late. I just had a couple of things on my plate, but you know, everything was fine now, and hopefully this will not be too late. So, without any further rambling, let us begin. This Citroen EV is the object you can drive without a license. Oh dear. Citroen has created a pod-like concept that could replace both bicycles and buses in urban centres, and you don't need any qualifications to use it. It's so confusing. It's a bit of everything. It's like someone is rummaged through the scrap heap of you know, the old parts of the cars, and like, here, there's a headlight there, just all whacked into one car. Like, you've got many different colours and pieces and bits and bobs, and it says any qualifications to use it. Where are you going to drive it then? Like, yeah, where are you going to drive it? You're not going to drive it around your house, you're not going to drive it around your garden, no point. But if you're going to drive it, or use it, or ride it, or whatever, on the road, that is significantly bigger than a bicycle. And with a bicycle, you're small, so you can, I don't know, jump a red light, or jump a stop sign, or just, you know, cycle away, or just quickly nip left, nip right. This is a proper car. Like, it could actually be bigger than the Smart 42 or something. I don't know, but like, it's a proper car. It's got four wheels, it's got an engine, it's got two seats. It's a car. Yeah, it's a car. I mean, it's got seatbelts. Oh my gosh, I told you 100%. It's just got a mix and match botch of absolutely everything. Like, it's mad. Small steering wheel and a basic boot for briefcase, gym bag, or even a couple of weekend cases for that short escape to Rome. Yeah, well, if you're driving this to Rome, God, it has a range of 62 miles. I'm struggling to see the target demographic. I mean, if it was, I'm imagining it's going to cost a lot, and college kids don't really have a lot, like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like, you don't have a lot of money to kind of go and spend on a car and stuff. Yeah, if you're going to university and stuff, or maybe even later, if you're like, I don't know, 20s, 30s, 40s, I can't really see you driving this either, because by the time you're 40, you've got to have a license or something like that. It says 425 kilograms. Car could be driven by 16-year-olds with no driver's license. Can you imagine how much chaos? Can you imagine how much chaos this will bring? Like, you get a license to prove that you're safe on the road. You get a license to say to whoever, you get a license to say, I am safe on the road, I understand signs, I understand road rules, I understand this, I understand that. Not this and that, but like, I actually understand this and stuff. And that's why license are like, getting a license is such a celebration, because you're like, I can now drive on the road, I can go wherever I want. But like, gosh, 16-year-olds, no driving license, and then there's no mention of automation either. So essentially, let's give him a name of Jim. Essentially, Jim could go to his local Citroen dealer and say, can I have the, what's it called? It's AMI 1. Hello, excuse me, can I have the AMI 1? And the Citroen person will be like, sure, that'll be £425, please. I know it's not, but let's say it is. So that's £425, please. he brings up his dad's credit card that he stole it, whack it in the machine, type in the code that he's remembered somehow. His dad isn't too careful. And then he's going to drive out of the shop, drive on the motorway. That's why you have driving lessons, that's why they have licenses, that's why you have a driving test. And it projects its user interface through the driver's smartphone. Very nice. I can't imagine seeing that in someone's driveway, and if I did, I'd look away. It doesn't look very nice. So weirdly, the screen will show stylized eyes with the aim of conveying things like warnings. Cool as old-fashioned, but we still believe drivers should be looking at road hazards, not eyes in the screen. Well, precisely. So now you've got Jim looking at his display screen, looking for like hazards and stuff, because he hasn't taken his driving test or any driving lessons. And he's looking at this hazard like, okay, what's going on, what's going on? And then there's a car, I don't know, hidden, or a car spinning out, or something happening up on the road ahead. Oh no, there's a car doing that. Oh dear, what am I gonna do? It's a good idea, but hasn't 100% been thought through. Right. Hybrid V6 Ferrari supercar test mule spotted in traffic. There's so many things wrong with this. So let's go all the way back. Let's go all the way back. Ferrari and Lamborghini used to always be the absolutely craziest of supercars. Like, they never kind of were beaten by their supercars. There's always, like, there were always kind of cars like, I don't know, Triumph Herald or whatnot. There was always cars competing, like, yeah, the McLaren F1. There was always cars, sort of, kind of trying to compete, but Ferrari and Lamborghini would never ever kind of, Ferrari and Lamborghini would never be beaten. They'd always be 100% on top. At the king and queen of the supercar city. Like, you ask anyone in the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe 80s, what is your favourite supercar? They'll either say Lamborghini or Ferrari or even McLaren F1. I don't know, but you know, the point is that Ferrari and Lamborghini were always the most insane. Like, they had the Miura, Lamborghini had the Miura, Ferrari had the F40, you had the Diablo, you had the Enzo, you had the Dino, you had the 250 GTO, which is still the most expensive car ever sold. But yeah, anyway, these are really loud V12, absolutely crazy supercars, which if you saw one, you'd be like, oh my word, or something a bit more explicit. Then in kind of the 21st century, everyone is now making supercars, and now we have GT3 races where all these different supercars race against each other. But Lamborghini and Ferrari have always kind of been on top and stuff. They've always made kind of the best of the best, and they are still making the best of the best. But then Lamborghini made the Urus, which kind of said, why are you making an SUV? Like, you're a supercar. I know you came from tractors and then went to supercars, but stay at supercars. It's like going from GP2 into Formula 1. You're getting better, you're improving, you're upgrading. You're like, wow, we're going up in the world. And then they've made a Urus. Yes, it's a family car. Yes, you've got 4 people in the back and stuff, but that's not what Lamborghini means. Lamborghini is a bull, and bulls are aggressive, and Lamborghini is bloody aggressive as well. And then I thought, okay, well, Lamborghini has made the Urus. Well, I'll discount. I'll knock them off my top spot favorite cars, because you know you can't have an SUV. And then I saw this article and realized, oh, Ferrari are going the same way. So it's a hybrid, which means you get less noise, and it's economically friendly. And a V6. When was the last time you heard V6 and Ferrari in the same sentence without the word not in the middle? They've done such a poor job on this. Where's the video start? Yeah. There. That is quite clearly some sort of 488 or a 499 or a 458 hybrid, but you know, that is I'm sorry. That's like that's like someone just stuck a lot of duct tape to their car. Like, it's the same shape, it's the same door, it's basically probably a 488 with a hybrid engine. But yeah, just sticky taped. You know, usually car makers make more of an effort, and the front isn't much better either. Is it going to be special? No, it's just a 488, isn't it? It's a bad week for cars. You can spend £595 on a bag with Mercedes AMG GTR tyre marks. I have one word and one letter. Why? Why? Just why? Why? I'm sorry, but that's not even too good looking. Like, I mean, I get it with Louis Vuitton and Gucci and stuff. They make really expensive products which look decent, in quotation marks. Like, I can understand that they've got gold, or they're selling them for very, very expensive. I don't know why, but they do. But this is just a money grab. Another thing I noticed is that it says AMG GTR tyre marks. Well, I do hope you realise that tyres come off cars, right? Like, you can take off a Michelin and put on a Dunlop. Take that off and put on a set of Goodyears. I'll tell you what it's like. It's like, so you got shoes. It's like, yeah, it's like shoes and stuff. So, your favourite celebrity is wearing a shoe and stuff, and then you get your celebrity to put on that shoe, and then stamp on a bag or whatnot, and then that sole imprint of the shoe is then on the bag, and then you can sell that bag for like, I don't know, 595 quid. And then the celebrity takes off that shoe and then goes on about their day. Like, just because you've got that shoe mark, it doesn't mean it belongs to the celebrity. Like, oh my god, I've got Kim Kardashian's shoe on my bag, the shoe mark on my bag. Why? Put on like bits and pieces of the car, like a headlight, a grille, a logo, a rear light, a seat, piece of leather, steering wheel. I don't know, but the tyres just come off. Oh no. You can get a wallet as well. Well, good thing with this is the wallet will be completely useless, as it'll be completely empty as you've it'll be completely empty as you've spent all your 595 quid on that handbag up there. Let's have a look at the range. So it starts off with 157 cash and wallet, which is that one up there, and then a purse for 174 quid, £419 shoulder or handbag, and then a £463 laptop bag, and then a £507 Speedweek bag. Now, these prices are going stupidly high just for a fucking bag. And I'm going to be totally brutally honest, no one gives a shit. Honestly, no one gives a shit. If you walk around, let's say you walk around Reading, or even London, you walk around with a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci bag, some people are going to turn their heads and be like, fancy, look at him, he's got a nice bag. He must be very rich. Look at him flex with his Rolex. People are going to notice you. And, you know, you get into your AMG GTR, people are going to notice you're rich, and they'll be like, girls, I want to be that guy. Or girl. But then with this AMG, I bet you £595, give it to me, I bet you that not a single person will turn their damn head. No one will stop you, except from probably the police. No one will stop you, no one will look, no one will care. You know why? Because it doesn't look decent. I mean, that is literally what my bag looks like after it's come out the airport. You know, scuffed up and stuff. Nothing against airports at all, but that's what happens. And then with these indents here and here, it honestly looks like someone has dragged it or not, something. But anyway, as I've gone to my point, so London, you carry that bag, no one's going to notice, because it just looks like any old scuffed up bag with a bit of nice leather and stuff. To be honest, people will be looking at you a little bit disgusted, like, oh shit, that was actually a quite nice leather bag, and now you've scuffed it all up. Ugh. Oh gosh, yeah. And the most expensive is the weekend bag. So you can spend £100 on a ticket for a concert over the weekend. Then you can take your £595 bag with you. But so it's a weekend bag. And it's a big bag for a weekend away in your GTR or Ford Fiesta. Yeah, you're just unpacking your Ford Fiesta at the campsite and you just bring out that, hey guys, look, I've got a fancy bag. What? Oh, what's that lunatic doing? Oh, nice. Okay. Has he got a rear wing on that Ford Fiesta? Kids these days. Back in my day, we were knocking on people's doors. Anyway, to be brutally honest, if you bought these 3 bags, or even, I think, 2 of these bags, you could buy a bloody iPhone X! Like, yeah, okay. So, I get it. You can buy a iPhone X for £1,000, and I thought that was useless because, you know, I've got a perfectly good LG G3, which does everything I want it to do: YouTube, texting, messaging, apps, memos, you name it, it's got it. iPhone X is just a fancy brand iPhone, and it's £1,000 because iPhone wanted to make that 4-digit number. Who knows, the iPhone 11 will probably cost £10,000 because they want to get it even more expensive. But anyway, that's not the point. But I thought that was useless because, you know, it's just a phone. Like, why would you spend that much money on a phone that can do exactly the same as a £200 phone? And I realised if you bought 2 of these bags, or two or three of these bags, that's exactly the same price. And what have you got? You've got a little fancy Sainsburys bag. I bet if you chiseled away at the paint, you could still see the Sainsbury's logo. It's one of these 10p Sainsbury's bags. I've got one of them in my truck. No, not like one of them, but I've got one of these like this in my truck. Want to have more useless ways of spending your endless money? Well, here it is. You can have your round pickup with an asymmetrical split tailgate. So this is the truck is at an angle, and the photographer's at an angle, and the tailgate's at an angle. This so far does not look too bad. Okay, let me scroll down and close the tailgate. Are you ready? Oh God, no! Oh no, I don't like that at all. I have OCD, about mild OCD. I like things to be perfect, straight, or whatever. I just like them to be nicely and neat and stuff. But that is really just... And once again, with the 595 bags, I must ask you, why? Why get it like that when you can have it the normal way. I mean, that door handle, the tail trunk handle, that's been a pull out and then either split or something. But I like it when something is going directly down the head of the ram or the door handle, so you open it and either it comes out or I don't know. But why? If you buy a Dodge Ram 4x4 Rebel or something, I don't know, if you buy a Ram or something, then you've obviously got some off-roading to do, or you've got somewhere nice to be, or you've got a prom or something. Why would you need, like, that tiny kind of... Why would you need that tiny little thing? Like, you've probably got a big dog or something. They're going to jump out the big one. Like, I don't honestly see the point. So apparently it's meant to make loading items when you're curbside much easier. With being able to access the bed closer to the bumper, making stepping up easier. It doesn't. Please note that it says RAM 1500. So if you spend X amount on this tailgate option and you've got a different RAM, Dodge Ram, to this one, you've essentially spent X amount on absolutely nothing because your RAM isn't compatible. Now let's have a look at the price. Oh dearie me! Oh dearie me indeed. You can get a tailgate for the price of an iPhone X. So would you like a couple of bags, a couple of worn up, torn up bags, a phone which can do everything that a £200-400 bag can do, or would you like a tailgate? I'm 100% sure what I would do. I'd want a damn tailgate. I'd hate to see what comes next. Like, yeah, 100%. I'd hate to see what comes next. Cause oh well, next news. I've run out of money. I can't record anymore. I mean, I'm spending a couple of quid, 13 quid or so a month on iRacing, but that's racing against some of the best drivers in the world. But you guys are mad. I don't know if this should be Crash of the Week, but probably not. 18 cars and 11 trucks wiped out in 2 astonishing Daytona 500 pileups. Let's have a watch. Oh, wow. Now, I've got to say, that's my sort of fireworks show. Wow. Ooh. And I've got to say, even though the bodywork's being all torn up and stuff, all the bodywork is being absolutely destroyed, all these cars have like roll cages and stuff, so it's all the bodywork is just fiberglass and stuff, or carbon fiber, so they naturally either they fall off or they bend, so you know, just because these cars look really bad, the drivers are 100% safe in the roll cages, even though some of their windows might look open and stuff, so they might get showered and sparks, but you know, it's pretty cold in there. Oh dearie me, that's quite a fireworks show. Wow. I mean, look at this piece of debris down here. If I reverse it back a bit, so yeah. So watch the number 21. Watch the back of 21. So yeah, watch the back of 21. Okay, ready, and watch that piece of debris. So that's a rear bumper, and you can just see how it's flailing about and stuff. That's essentially what the cars are made out of and stuff. So you know, not even though they look really bad crashes and stuff, they are quite bad, but drivers are fine. All right, so here's what happened. But before I go on to that, I'd just like to explain that NASCAR always works, not works, I don't know. NASCARs always drive in two lanes, if you will, the upper and the lower. And say if you lost control of, let's say 48 lost control, either from contact or just lost control naturally, and because it's on banking, he's got to kind of try and make sure the car doesn't slide down the bottom of the hill, so he's going to try and, you know, drive the car up the hill sideways because he's lost control, and yeah. With that happening, he's got all these cars behind him, trying to avoid him as well, as they're in 2 lanes and stuff. They can't see around each other because, you know, they're blocking one another, or the views are blocked and stuff. So, yeah, you've got Mr. 48, he's had contact or spun out, and then he's sliding sideways, and he's got all these cars, you can't see him. And he's also on a banking, so everything's sliding around and stuff. So yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. So yeah, that's essentially that. That's why they crash. So let's have a look at this. Here we go. And that's the spin. Around he goes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, biggie. Ooh, ooh. Mamma Gucci. I also add that the reason why the cars look so wrecked up and stuff is because they're made out of fiberglass. So fiberglass either kind of bends a little bit and then it snaps. So these cars all driving around at 200 odd miles per hour and then whacking into each other at 200 miles per hour is going to cause a lot of damage. But you know, these cars have like really strong, I think it's steel roll cages and stuff, so the drivers, even though the cars look absolutely destroyed, the drivers are 100% okay. And you know, they might be a little bit shaken up and stuff, but you know, no matter how bad the cars look, eek, the drivers are okay, all okay. So let's just have a little analysis of that once more time. So this guy here gets spun around, as we said, and then everyone's just, you know, unsighted and just flies in, boom, 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 and wow, massive. So this is the other one, which I didn't explain, but NASCAR have 2 things. They have the NASCARs themselves, which are the cars. So they're the cars, and then they also have trucks, like pickup trucks and stuff. So, you know, so we're just going to skip forward. There we go. And let's have a look at this one. It's 5 minutes, so you know, I'll try and get through it all. So what you've got to be careful is all these different cars are going at all different speeds and stuff. So you've got to kind of judge if someone's going faster, if someone's going slow and stuff. I'll get to that later on in the video. But you can see he just tries to get down the inside. There's no room in the wall. And oh no, 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 oh, boing. That's very pinball-y. Oh, now that's a close call if I ever saw one. And oh dear, oh. And I think it was actually 13 and 22 that had that very, very near miss. Right, let's have a look at this. And there's 13, there's 22. Watch this, 1, 2, 3, and I know it makes no difference as the cars are completely wrecked anyway, but you know, it saves just an extra bit of cost. But yeah, 13 actually did hit into the 22 to begin with, and then they were just saved. You know, they were about to have another crash, and so the 22 isn't like in the worst state, but you know. So here we go. You can kind of see that you've got the 2 main lines. So with 24, 51.99, and these 3, and those are the two lines, and then they're going at roughly the same sort of speed, and then yeah, there goes the spin into the wall, and then that causes the chaos. Oh. And then we've got on board. This is from behind. Or will be behind, and you can just see lose control. So now we're on board. now we're on board, and you can just truly see how much a NASCAR driver can actually see, and why these big crashes are so common. So he's going really, really fast, and you see that? So he's going really, really fast, and all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, oh dear, there's a car over there. Someone's going to rear end into you. You're going to hit into someone else, and you're literally just on passenger. Big impacts. Boom! There's another one, and smoke fills the cockpit. Here we go. One more time. Boom! Massive impact. Oh, yo. I actually like that. Not the crash. Just ignore the crash for a second. The driver's okay. But I love this. This is my favourite. That was my favourite. This is going to be my favourite fireworks. So here we go. And wee. Yeah, that one at the end. Very nice. One more angle. Yeah. It's chaos. And, if you think how much a NASCAR or a NAS truck costs, say it's, I don't know, 100 quid. And then 100 times 18, so it's, I don't know, I'm really bad at maths, but I'm just trying to say that they're very, very expensive crashes. Like, that is, we're going probably into the millions of pounds worth of damage there. And these crashes are kind of, sort of good, in a way, if you're this guy and you've had a really bad qualifying, or you've been taken out in qualifying or something, or you've had a really bad start, and you're at the back, and you're at the back of the grid, and then you see everyone just spinning off everywhere. You're like, oh, okay, thanks. I'll take that. I'll take that 10th place. Absolutely marvellous. I'll take that any day. Thank you very, very much. And then he's driving along, and then he sees smoke, and he's like, yep, I'm going to get a few positions. Thank you very much. And let's watch that one more time. You drive through that smoke. You know, that smoke is really thick and stuff. You drive through that smoke, 100% you're going to hit into someone. 100% you're going to hit into someone at least. Doesn't matter who, but you drive through that thick smoke, and yeah, hit someone. And then if we look at this, yep, driving with a damaged car, like your wheels and stuff, they'll tear your car apart very easily, and that's not metal, that's carbon fibre. No, carbon fibre, fiberglass. You can see the yellow stuff. That yellow stuff is the fiberglass itself. So just watch how easily this stuff is destroyed. So it's sort of, he's missing a piece. He's missing a piece there, and then his tyre has a puncture, and it's just gonna rip it apart like nobody's biz. And this is a really, really good view actually. You can kind of see how skillful NASCAR drivers are, and how skillful NASCAR drivers are, and why people love NASCAR. Because so essentially you can see the two lines here, one here, one here, and one here and one here, and they're all jostling around a little bit, just making a minor, tiniest of adjustments, and then through here we go, and they're going a bit equal. Now the outside has got a little bit faster, now they're equal, and now 24 has got an absolute run, probably from drafting. The 4 is there as well, and then the middle is going slowly. So you've got to really work out if someone's going slowly or quickly, and what their next move is. Are they going to suddenly slow down because they've run out of draft, or are they going to speed up suddenly? It's really interesting. And then now the 2 is absolutely blasted up. Now the 2 has lost that blast, and now the 3 is just going to slow. That's a couple of centimeters. Just watch this one more time. Here you go, the 3 opens up a tiny gap, and he's just going to close that this bit, and that's a race overview. Right, here's your first look at the Honda Urban EV interior. We've actually discussed an awful lot about this car. We've seen it in pre-production, we've seen the released production model, which wasn't as cute as the concept model. But now we've had a look at the interior. So the interior. So we've got a basic Honda Jazz, Honda Civic, you know, Honda Fit kind of wheel, just basic Honda standard wheel, with an SBS or SRS airbag. Then you've got this really nice screen. I love how it's small. Like, nowadays, car manufacturers are going absolutely batshit crazy and making huge screens, which are distracting and stuff. As I was saying, all these car manufacturers are making absolutely huge, humongous screens, which are just making you stare at that instead of the road, and then it crashes out of that. But this is really minimalist, and I love it. So it's really minimalist screen. I'm loving the wood here, really nice shade of wood. I bet that's veneered, or like varnished. Some buttons, and then you've got some buttons, more buttons into the abyss and stuff. You've got some heating control. I love how this car hasn't kind of gone for, right, strip everything and everything's automatically controlled with that big screen. Like, they still have an interior and stuff, and then a little screen here for your how much electricity charge you've got. But yeah, really nice, cute, adorable. The Bentley Tiger Speed is here, and will do 108 miles per hour. Now, I've one word and one letter. Why? This car is useless. I'm sorry. You want a car which will go fast. To be specific, you want it to go 190 something miles per hour. You can get a supercar, like a Ferrari, a two-seater supercar, Ferrari, McLaren. You can get a Lamborghini, something like that. Super fast, super beautiful, precisely. And they were made to go those sort of speeds. But then if you tell me, I've got a family, I've got four people, I've got me, my wife, and my 2 kids. Well then, there's also loads and loads of options. You've got the Porsche Panamera Estate Turbo Gran Turismo thing. You've got the Ferrari FF. You've got the Ferrari GT4C Lusso. You've got the You've got the Kia Stinger. You've got an Aston Martin Rapide. Porsche Panamera, the normal version. There is so many options you can get with 4-seater cars. And the very fact that it's an SUV, like, I don't get this. If you want to go fast, buy a normal Bentley, or buy a supercar, or buy a sports car, or buy a luxury saloon or something. But if you want a family, if you want an SUV, if you want something big and bulky, and if you want to look at all those little peasants in their Renaults and stuff, then get a proper SUV, like a I don't know, just get a proper SUV, like a BMW X5, a Mercedes, or there's so many SUVs that you out there. But if you are that weird person who wants to go very fast and who wants an SUV, then there's the Lamborghini Urus. I'm sorry to say it, but the Lamborghini Urus is perfect at what it does. I mean, Lamborghini absolutely fucking nails it on the head with what they do. They made really good tractors in the beginning, and then they made supercars, and then they made an SUV which does what an SUV is meant to do: look really good, have boot space, and go very fast. I mean, I don't see what, I don't see what these companies, these supercar companies are doing, like building SUVs. Like, I don't know. I guess there's one. Soccer mums. You drive your child, your entitled child, to school and show off to the many different students, pupils, kids. Yeah, you show off to the little children. Like, oh, look at what Daniel's mum has got. She's got a fucking Bentley, and it's a Bentley SUV, and it's brand new, and it goes very fast. Another problem is Germany is the only place in the world where there is no speed limit on the motorway, where you can actually reach those sort of speeds of 190 miles per hour. Yes, there might be India and Asia and stuff like that, but you can't reach higher than 40 miles per hour without endangering yourself and others. So, yeah, in Europe we have these things. Well, Europe excluding Germany, and America as well. We've got these things called speed limits, and they're set around 70 miles per hour, 70, 60 miles per hour. So going 190 is pointless. So unless you want to show off, pick up your kids from school or football practice, get them in the very nice, luxurious Bentley, which they're going to ruin with food, mud, children's stuff. It's pointless. And then that begs the question, was the Bentley too slow? Why have they made a Bentley speed if they just made the Bentley? They should have just stuck with the Bentley. Yeah, that's just a sort of soccer mum mobile. Why does it need a rear wing? Jenson Button's new GT team will have this awesome Brawn-GP inspired livery. Right, let's go all the way back. So, Jenson Button was born on the 19th of January, so then, fast forward a couple of years, just a couple, I was born on the 19th of January, precisely one of the reasons why that's my favourite number, and also my house number is 19. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's 19. And then he's picked number 22, which was also my old house number. He's 22 as well, so, and he's picked one of the best liveries. I just love white and anything luminous, so anything contrasting. So I like white is kind of plain and stuff, and then luminous is like, whoa, bring it out and stuff. But yeah, brilliant, loving the livery. Yeah, he's also becoming the co-owner of a blank plane. Oh, yeah, he's becoming the co-owner of a blank plane endurance championship team. Very nice. Anyway, so yeah, so oh yeah, that was what I was going to say. It's been 10 years since he won his Formula 1 championship, in 2009, and then he kind of left McLaren a couple of years later and went to GT. So yeah, this year I might actually have to see. Super GT, because, you know, looks decent. Oh my goodness me. Verstappen has now completed the second day of public service. I can't believe it. I mean, those 2 days were so torturous. I can't believe the FIA made him do that. I mean, if he was a child, I would 100% be marked down as child abuse. I don't know what the FIA were thinking. I thought, like, abuse and slavery and servantry were, like, all over, but, like, after these two things that Max Verstappen had to do, it's appalling. I never knew that these still existed. I just... It's honestly, I'm breathless, I'm speechless how they think this is okay to do something like this. No, I'm speechless. No, I'm joking, I'm taking the absolute piss. Yeah, so his first day of public service was going to a kids' kart track and explaining to kids why you shouldn't ram into people. No, why you shouldn't crashed into people, racing etiquette, what happened with Ocon, So essentially, for those who don't know, Max Verstappen and Esteban Ocon had a little crash at Brazil last year. It was sort of a racing incident. Both were at fault. Both did something stupid, but then Max pushed Ocon at in the paddock and stuff, and then got to surface days. The first one I've just explained, going to the kart track and stuff, and explained to kids, don't do this a lot. The second one was going to Formula E race, which I've explained in a previous this week's car news. Oh yeah, remember the time when I actually did this week's car news on the right week? So yes, this week's car news. So yes, his second one was going to a Formula E race as an observer to the stewards. Well, Mark, tell me if I'm wrong. But stewards have a bloody good view of the whole track. So he's gonna have all these big screens and stuff. And sitting in the warmth. Oh no, it's in Mexico. So no, it's Marrakesh. Sorry, Marrakesh is really warm. Oh yeah, air conditioned. Yeah, with these air conditioned room, looking at all these beautiful screens with all the angles of the Formula E races. Brilliant. Yeah, but Max Verstappen is such an inspiration for completing that. Unbelievable. Wow. He deserves an OBE. Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, so it was pretty hilarious. Well done, Max. There's a Red Bull Toro Rosso vibe going on between these two MotoGP teams. Oh, nice. I like that a lot. That looks good. And that looks even better. I like that. I might actually have to see MotoGP this year. Yes, that is very lovely. I like that a lot. That's really good. But what I've noticed is if this front mudguard falls off something, yeah, you can just get a piece of carbon fiber with the word "bull" on it. Yeah, what I want to see is F1 teams or MotoGP teams or just motorsport teams go into various forms of other sports. So like, let's see, I don't know, pick two teams, Red Bull and Williams. Let's just say that. I want to see a Red Bull kind of team of Red Bull mechanics, maybe Daniel Ricciardo as the... Oh no, hang on, he's left, hasn't he? Daniel Kvyat as the goalkeeper, and then a team of 11 Williams mechanics and stuff with Lance Stroll as the goalkeeper. And I just want to see like the football kit and stuff, and then maybe do like different sports, golf, badminton, maybe a swimming trunks with Williams on it. Yeah, hockey. I'd just love to see that on like a hockey stick. Like, you're playing hockey at school and you're like, heck yeah, I got the Red Bull one. Sick. And, like, there's different teams and stuff. So Williams is just white with Martin. Oh dear. Promote them as promoting alcohol whilst they're young. Martini all the way down. But yeah, I want to see F1 teams that like make a break into different sports, because Sterling Moss and Sterling Moss and Jim Clark did various forms like motorcycling, motorbiking, and endurance racing, and I think some of them even did an M1 Pro Cup, BMW M1 Pro Cup. Not sure about that, but yeah, it was I just want to see them kind of everywhere. I want to see more of them doing different things. Like I want them to prove to themselves and the world and their families that they're not just sitting in a car doing circles and stuff. They're good at everything. Maybe archery or whatnot. I don't know. But yeah, I just want them to get out there, do stuff. Like I know they're really exciting now. But the Mexico City Formula E race had the most ridiculous finish you'll see all year. And then into the last chicane, he kind of dives for it. He gets blocked. He's like, I've got this, I think I've got this. It's hard. I mean, my heart beats quite fast whenever I do iRacing, but having that guy so close to you on the final lap is like, yep, I've got it, fine. And then he's just like, uh-oh, no. Yeah, he thinks he's won it, but that is literally, no, that is literally painful. I actually noticed something. So through the last corner he goes, da-da-da, he thinks he's got it. His heart's really beating. It's like he's these two are on 1% both. So it's not like a smartphone when it kind of runs out, it zoom shuts down. It just goes into limp home mode, which means it goes a little bit slower than normal. But you know, not as competitive. But you know, he goes around this last corner. He's like, oh, finally, I've held him off. I've got it. Like. I cannot believe the pain. Like, you know, you see the checker flag like just a couple of meters away and stuff, and you know, you think you've got it, but and then you know, this rear is red, so I think that rear is red because he's on 0%, and that is precisely why you should never give up. You should never ever give up. Like. If you're feeling really down and stuff, you're like, oh, it takes a second, whatever. Like, this can happen, like, right at the last point, right before you give up, right before the second, you're like, oh, it takes a second. The guy in the lead, or the person you're battling, or the thing you're battling, gives in, like, oh, shit, I can't do it no more. Like, or something breaks in us. Just never give up, guys, never give up! And then he just nips past. And that is cheeky, and watch the crowd. Just watch the crowd, here we go, watch the crowd. Oh. And they're like, yeah, you got it, wow. And then there's also another crash of the week for Nelson Piquet. So let's just mute that, because that's going to be music. So here we go, going into this corner. And he's... looks down the inside. Oh no! Oh, whoa! Oh! Dearie me! Ouch! So here we go. Let's just analyze this scene by scene. So he's driving. He gets very, very close. He looks down the inside. Like, look, there's a beautiful gap just for him. And then he 100% he blocks. He moves under the brakes, and then he is absolutely launched skyward. Bit scary enough for me. That's a huge crash I've seen all year, and yeah, he's lucky. He's lucky not to launch. He's lucky that car, this car over here, was just out of reach. So you know, if he banged into the side on, that would have been another huge impact. But you know, he just tagged the rear. Very, very lucky. And bang, that's a very, very heavy impact into the wall. And then, yeah, very, very unfortunate indeed. Yeah, just a little bit off, yeah, just a little bit off there. Right, I found an alternate website which shows me an outside view.
So look at it again, keep your eyes to the right-hand side. Piquet went to the inside.
Oh, oh!
That's a big hit, a side slap as well. That really can damage the bones and the pelvis.
And how did Sims get involved? Did he...
Another angle for you.
John, look at him looking in his mirror, and he just keeps coming across.
Oh, and that's exactly where the halo. That's exactly where we have the halo, because you know we had them for a reason, and that is scary. Seeing that is just absolutely terrifying. Right. So, the new Red Bull has an awesome launch livery, which makes it look like an old Toro Rosso. Very, very nice. I kind of like this bull on the back. It's alright. But for me, it's a bit too red, and the blue's a bit too dark, but I'm just being a bit fussy, but I guess it's okay. But they're not racing in it. is literally just to take the cover off the car, do a few laps around Catalonia, and then reveal our livery later on. So this is kind of what like they did last year as well. So last year they did this thing where they've had this no, not that one. Yeah, they had this camouflage kind of livery with blue and black and stuff. Where it's like, oh, look at this new car, we're doing something fancy, we're doing something new. Psych! We're going actually back to our normal livery, so yeah, there you go. So that's the 2018 car. We'll come to the 2019 car. F1 2019, introducing the new Formula 1 cars. Now I do apologise, some of the camera angles aren't the best, but we'll sort it out. So let's start off. Who will be our first victim? It will be Haas, right? So not the best not the best angles. So we've got an alternative tab open here. I can see that Kevin Magnussen has gone for a new haircut. No. First off, I can see Kevin Magnussen is in black and gold, and so is Roman Grosjean, and also the car is in black and gold as well. Let's have a look at the new car. Here we go. Wow! Ooh, whoa. I like the look of that. That is a very, very beautiful car. Oh my goodness me! Wow! I'm gonna definitely support Haas this year. Nope. I'm gonna definitely support Haas this year. Like, look at that. That is beautiful. It reminds me of the 2012 Lotus. If we go 2012 Lotus. Gosh, F1, Jesus. It kind of reminds me of this bad boy, this Lotus, kind of black and goldy, creamy colour. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, so yeah, black and gold. There we go, 15. So I think it was 2015 when they kind of went gold. So anything with a really light kind of colour, like black, red, green, I absolutely love. But this year they've absolutely nailed it. I absolutely love it. Wow, brilliant. Well done from Haas. Brilliant. Right, next up, who's it gonna be? It's gonna be, I'm gonna support Haas this year, by the way. It's gonna be Toro Rosso. There's not much to see. Yeah, not much to see. It's exactly the same as last year's car. Yeah, exactly the same as last year's car. Same livery. La-di-da-di-da. Right, next up is Williams. And Williams have gone for a rocket. So there's a better view of it. So Williams have gone for a blue and white livery, which from their Williams day, from their Martini days, is a change. So we can now put Williams on a hockey stick without children getting advertising from alcohol. But no, it's really nice. I love the bluey white. It works. It's really nice, and I'm going to support Williams as well this year. I really do. I really, really hope that no one crashes out, because they look really, really nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. I like it. Who's next? It's Renault. Not much to see. Same kind of livery as last year, black and yellow. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. Very nice. Now, oh dearie me. Could you please stand on a straight so we can actually see the actual car, please? So let's have a look. So, ladies and gentlemen, the new Mercedes F1 car. Ta-da! Very nice. Very, very nice. So I don't know, it's like giving a dog a comb. It's the same dog, it's the same breed, it's the same species, it's the same dog, but it looks beautiful now. It looks prettier, it looks more acceptable. But yeah, they've given this dog a little comb. I really like this kind of fading to black. I think that's triangles and stuff, not really sure. But yeah, really cool, nice livery. I'm not going to support well, I might support. Depends how Australia goes. If like everyone's equal, not equal, but if Mercedes aren't shooting off in the lead by 10 seconds, then 100% I'll watch it. But I'll support them. Sorry, apologies. But if they are shooting off into the lead, then I won't really support them. But yeah, very, very clean, nice livery. Very nice. Next car. Red Bull, as we said, same livery as last year. Yeah, same livery as last year. They fooled us with this. They fooled us with this one. But yeah, they're actually going to be using this one. So yeah, they fooled us with this bad boy, and then they filled this with this even badder boy. Of that, it's Mr. Pink Panther. It's sorry, Mrs. Pink Panther Barbie. Oh, there we go. There's a better picture of it. Pretty much the same as last year. A little bit of a phallic nose. But yeah, little bits of blue. So, you know, the first year they just had pink, then they had a bit of white, now they had a bit of blue. So it's like a milkshake. Every so often you add a little bit more. You add a little bit more ingredients and just see if it works. Right, McLaren. They've gone for their same kind of orangey. So they've gone for blue and a little bit dark orange, so it's not as light orange as last year. Could be kind of like a kind of way of saying with fought so hard. Now we're trying our best. Sauber, it's an interesting view. Yeah, I'd say this view does what it's meant to do. So it used to be Sauber, but now it's Alfa Romeo. I think I covered this in another video. But yeah, it's very nice. It's white and it's red. Got a big Alfa Romeo logo on the back there. Alfa Romeo. It's also got the word Stelvio, which is a type of Alfa Romeo. And it's like, this isn't exactly a Stelvio. It's a bit, faster than a Stelvio. Yeah, but yeah, I'll be supporting the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, the only road car. Who's it? Oh, and yeah, I'll be supporting this Stelvio. So Ferrari has gone for the same sort of livery, but everything which was white is now black, and everything that was black is now white. So Ferrari used to have little bits of white streak on it, and now it's got like loads of black streaks on it. So yeah, that's alright. And that's that. iRacing news. So after this last week's car news, finishing that, I'm gonna do an iRace. But last race, iRace went alright, not bad, not the worst, not the best. It was difficult. That was the main thing. It was difficult because it was at Summit Point, which requires you to do a lot of braking and turning at the same time, which I'm not the best at. And I did get into third at one point, but then a couple of laps later I sort of slid wide at the last corner. I let a few cars past, and then slid wide at the first corner because I was just pushing a bit too hard. Slid wide at the first corner. Went down to 6th or something. Gained back a few positions. The front runners, 3rd and 4th, crashed. Not crashed, yeah, they crashed. 4th tried to get down the inside of 3rd on the final lap. Spun him around. He went on the grass. I could only get his position, but not 3rd. But it was very, very difficult race to try and do. But that's racing. Some races go well, some don't go so well. But yeah, it was all good. The Grand Tour was also on. The Grand Tour was also on. Which this episode, they were kind of doing Chinese stuff. So, first bit was about Jeremy Clarkson found a Chinese luxury car for, I don't know how much it was, but he found a luxury car. Yeah, he found a luxury Chinese car, which costed a lot, and then they had to find a cheaper luxury car, which was cheaper than the Chinese luxury car. So Hammond bought a Cadillac. Sorry, they both have brown logos. I don't know. So Hammond bought a Cadillac. Jeremy Clarkson bought a BMW, and James May bought a Mercedes. So then one of the challenges was to modify your car so that you can work on the go if you're. Jeremy Clarkson locked a man in his boot and made the man give him like all different types of food and stuff. James May added a sauna to his car, so hot, like his own personal sauna, but unfortunately the chauffeur couldn't see out the window, so it caused a bit of chaos. And then Hammond added a stove to his car, so he could kind of cook whilst the chauffeur was driving him around and stuff. So yeah, it was a good episode. And also Hammond drove the Neo EP9, which was very, very crazy. Like, it was super fast, super crazy. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was nice to watch. Well, it looks like they've been watching my videos even before they uploaded. We've got the AMI 1 and the F1 2019. Check out the full good for this year's F1. Very nice. So yeah, Top Gear was also on, and this episode, or the first episode they did, it was really interesting. I kind of liked it. They split off into two teams. So Rory Reid and Sabine Schmitz drove a little cute Suzuki Ignis. Yeah, Ignis. That was what it's called. A little Suzuki Ignis up the UK's tallest hill. It was only 2 feet off being a mountain and stuff, so and Sabine Schmitz was in a Fiat Panda Cross, and then the other two was in a Porsche Panamera Gran Turismo. So that's what I've thought. Yeah, you could literally buy one of them instead of the Bentley Eiger. It just makes so much more sense, and you look so much more stylish in it, and you can go on holiday in it, and it's perfect. And Chris Harris was in a GC4C Lusso, which is one of these very, very sexy boys. So it's also in estate. So they were driving luxury estate, luxury kind of estate. Luxury estate cars. Yeah, really, really fun. Another episode whilst they were in Norway. Dun dun dun. We're back to Grand Tour. Jeremy Clarkson filmed in China driving a BMW with FUQ number plate. Long and short of it was number plates in because it was German cars, BMW. Number plates in Frankfurt come with the number plate kind of starts with F, and then the two letters after that were U and Q. So people are like, is he saying FU like Q, or is he saying like fuck like fuck? And long and short of it, was that it was just a coincidence. So that wraps up this week's car news. Thank you so much for watching. I have no idea when this is going to come out. I have some things to do, things I want to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I should just well, maybe I should just bulk upload, just upload like 16 in a row or something, I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Comment anything you want. Like the video, and subscribe, because I've got like 5 subscribers now. I'm very, very unpopular. I'm crying.